Welcome back to the GBGuns Armory series here on the second channel. This is where I give you my thoughts and feels and a little bit of afterthoughts since the facts and performance are already covered in the full reviews over on my website, that being documented in the videos that you see over on the main channel. So please don't get confused. This is not a full review. If you want to see that, check the pinned comment. That'll take you to it. This is the SIG 1911X. Not necessarily a new gun, but it was new to me. And it's got some interesting tweaks to it that I appreciated. I also had the opportunity to shoot this with the new Romeo X enclosed red dot. I, with my world famous luck with red dots, had some failures with that dot. SIG has since replaced it. The new dot just came yesterday. I've got to get the, I'll find out what went wrong with the old one. But essentially it fogged up on the inside. I think that was a fluke. I trust it to be a fluke. I have not had an issue with a SIG dot otherwise. And SIG was ready to and quick to change it. That was kind of an interesting lesson. If you haven't seen the shooting impressions of this, I basically performed the full review with an occluded optic. It fogged right in the middle. And the Romeo X enclosed sits so nice and low that you get a perfect co-witness, which also meant that my irons as backups were not useful as backups, which is a shame because these are nice sights. The gun itself, as you notice, we've got some lines that are kind of 320-esque. Kind of added that to it. You also see the external extractor. Thanks to some well-educated viewers, I've learned that that was part of John Moses Browning's original design of the 1911. It was the U.S. Army that made him go to an internal extractor. People argue till they're blue in the face as to which one's better. I can see the points for both. An internal extractor can't get jacked with by the end user. An internal extractor is far less likely to get gunk stuck in it from the weapon itself being in dirt. However, they can be a little trickier to clean. An external extractor, easy to clean. It's out there. It's a pivot, not a spring steel arch, so less likely to need adjustment after thousands of rounds, more durable for high round count, you could say. However, also more likely to get junk in it should the weapon itself fall in some junk. Whatever. That we got rail. This is an all steel gun. This one's 45 ACP. I hope they do one of these in 9. I'd love to see this in double stack in 9. Just keep this styling. The front strap checkering was excellent. This relief here for the middle finger is great. The relief on the grips, at least for my hand, actually lined up perfectly with the magazine release, which is slightly extended, as is the slide lever. You can see it reaches back a little bit far there, which is nice. My hands, again, your hands might be different. My thumb can actually hit it. I had always trained the support hand. Mag comes in, roll the thumb up to drop the slide method on 1911s. So I was familiar with. I didn't need to do that on this, but it is still a bit of a reach. The AMB safety is very nice. The trigger fine. Backstrap checkering great. The extended beaver tail safety, of course, great. And these aren't that cheap. And I'm sure you're wondering, in the slew of 1911s that I've reviewed, I've got over 110 videos now on 1911 platform guns. Where does this fit? Why does it exist? Tax Kitty just told you. This is a modern, high quality, but still shootable gun. And what I mean by that is there are definitely some modern, very nice American-made 1911s out there coming in at a price that almost makes you afraid to take them to the range. Some of those companies, apparently from quotes from the owners themselves, are hoping you don't shoot them that much. They want you to just have your pride, your safe queen, if you will, that you take out and show guys. Ooh. Or your barbecue gun kind of thing. Others can be shot well, but they're very expensive, and every time you shoot it, the value goes down. This I see as fitting in that a nice gun that is still usable. You're not going to trash it. I wouldn't knock around and beat it like, I wouldn't be abusive. Of course, I'm not that way with any of my guns, but, some of them are at a price point where you don't have to care or worry too much. This is one you're still going to treat nicely, but you can shoot the snot out of it, and it will it will do well for you. It's also one of a few 1911s that are optics ready, and I tell you that that circle dot Romeo X enclosed was perfect on here. Loved it. I had that failure, and that happens with manufactured goods. I'm not a SIG simp. I'm sure someone's going to throw that out there. Go ahead and take a look at the channel. Take a look, inventory any brand name. I've done quite a few SIGs in recent years, but this is far from a SIG channel. In fact, the only thing that's close to being a channel is I've done a lot of Canic, a lot of Walther, and a lot of ground power. If I've done a lot of all three of those, then I can't be a simp for all of them. Nope, because I'm not. I'm proud to say that in 10 years of doing these videos, I have yet to make a brand deal and yet to take cash from a manufacturer for a public video. That's just not the way I am. Back to the gun, another thing I just felt and appreciated is this very tasteful Magwell. It is functional. It can help you get the one mag type that really does need a Magwell, a single stack, because there's no room for error on single stacks. Double stack, single feed, the magazine can guide itself a little bit, but a single stack mag, that can be a challenge. This is a very tasteful one that does not extend the size of the gun much. Makes it a little bit longer, but it's not sticking out real bad or obnoxiously, yet it's very, very functional. It's just overall a nice 1911 to have. 45, of course, was the caliber to start with, but like I said, I hope it expands. So those are my thoughts and feels on the SIG 1911X. I'm curious to hear what you guys think about it, especially when I know 1911s seem to always be polarizing, and lately SIG has been polarizing. People love or hate 1911s of brand insert name here, and then SIG itself has caught flack for all kinds of reasons. I think it's one of those deals where it's because they're the biggest, there's the most of them right now, and a lot of other companies and people have reasons to put a target on SIG's back. I'm not saying that some of the complaints aren't justified, but there's a lot of motivation to go after SIG right now. And then the other aspect of volume, and there being so many of them out there, it's kind of like when you're interested in a car and then you start seeing that model car all over on the road or similar attributes from that. You know, you see a Audi line on a Kia and like, oh, that's, you know, kind of thing. It's just the mental bias that we create. I don't know. You guys can rip me up on that in the comments as well if you want. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you to our Patreon supporters. GBGuns and I do to level. Andrew P. Joseph T.